The First Amendment audit movement has seen a rise in popularity in recent years, with activists testing the limits of free speech and the right to record in public spaces. This movement involves individuals, often with cameras, who conduct audits of government facilities and public spaces to test the reaction of authorities and document any potential violations of constitutional rights. While some view this movement as a necessary exercise of free speech, others see it as a dangerous and provocative activity that can lead to confrontations with law enforcement.
Connecticut is, of course, called the Constitution State, and this is an issue that's fundamental to our very democracy. The First Amendment of the Constitution, freedom of speech and freedom of the press. Shortly before Christmas, a team of First Amendment auditors entered the Ridgefield Town Hall with their cameras and started interacting with government officials.
Can you please shut that off?
No, it's silly.
What do you mean no? Get out of here.
Ridgefield public employee Patricia Pacheco eventually hit the panic button under her desk as the interaction between Pacheco and auditor Josh Abrams escalated.
Oh, ma'am, it's not going to be good. Don't do that. You're going to look very... Oh, all right, ma'am. All right. You're going to have to call someone now. Unfortunately, she's in trouble.
Ridgefield police responded and charged Pacheco with disorderly conduct. But State Representative Pat Callahan is looking into crafting state law to limit auditor access. He told Fox 61 he believes there's an ulterior motive.
In 2021, the pandemic and social justice movements brought new attention to the First Amendment audit movement, with many activists using the audits to document instances of police brutality and racial profiling. However, some local governments and law enforcement agencies are pushing back against the movement, arguing that it is a waste of resources and can pose a threat to public safety. Some states have even enacted laws to restrict recording in certain areas or to impose penalties on individuals who conduct First Amendment audits.
It's not even calling First Amendment people. What they're doing is trying to start a fight. The departments at these town halls that they're trying to visit and not come in and put their phone, an inch from your nose and try and provoke you.
During many of these encounters, police are called.
It's really mutual respect. If you show up and give anybody you're dealing with the respect that they deserve, you're going to get it back.
Ridgefield police told us they conduct internal training on First Amendment rights.
We advise the public and all the other town agencies to do the same internally, is to educate their employees on First Amendment rights, because we know they could show up any day at any time.
Ridgefield police tell us these auditors know to stick to the public areas. As for that public employee, she was given the chance to apologize and avoid a charge. She refused, but her disorderly conduct charge was eventually dropped. Callahan admitted it's difficult to be able to craft a law that would still be in line with the Constitution.
Despite the controversy surrounding the movement, advocates of First Amendment audits argue that they serve an important purpose in protecting civil liberties and holding public officials accountable. They point to instances where audits have exposed government corruption or violations of civil rights. However, critics argue that the movement is often driven by a desire for attention and can be used to harass or intimidate public officials. As the debate over the First Amendment audit movement continues, it remains to be seen how it will affect the relationship between citizens and law enforcement, as well as the future of free speech in public spaces. Whether one supports or opposes the First Amendment audit movement, it is an important and timely topic that is shaping the future of free speech and civil liberties in the United States.